Alright, hello everyone! Welcome to the Winter Oceania Grand Slam Tournament. We're here in the quarterfinals round between Cyger and anhnhatbui. I am so sorry if I butchered that name really hard, but I am WOGST here in the commentary booth. Joining me on here is going to be Crustbell. Hello, how are you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing very good. Excited to see such a high seed and close seed match today. On these harder pools especially.
That's so true. But now,
I'm guessing.
alright, what is this?
Worm? Okay.
I can already hear the...
Oh, it's
the what it
34
comes in.
stars.
What is this? What is this? And this is the nerf version, by the way.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if the client starts breaking with 34 stars.
Oh my goodness. I hope it doesn't break. We want to see a match here, don't we?
Hopefully.
Right. Oh my goodness, I can already see the client being so slow right now. So, just imagine how it will be for the rest of the chart. So anyways, how are you doing on this day, Crossbell?
Doing quite well, quite slow day. But, I'm just looking forward to see a match.
Oh, anhnhatbui isn't
Oh.
even saying it. Oh! What are these long jacks?
Is this
Oh
like
my
a
goodness. I can't even tell. But they're very long. And that's making me nervous.
Yeah, this is something, I guess. Are those notes? That's not a long note, that's a long...
Yeah, those are not long notes. What in the world is this?
So, Cyger has 40,000 score according to the map. So,
Oh my goodness, please. So we're gonna be seeing this for probably 1 minute and 30 seconds though.
yeah, right now there's... I'm not sure what to say about this war, but it's interesting. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. What? This is not a long. By the way, this is this is like reverse inverse. I guess it's already inverse and it's already reverse. So just imagine that. Just imagine.
Yeah, I can't even tell like where a long note starts or ends. Are we
Why
gonna
is this?
see?
Why? What do we even have to see? We just saw Ellen inverse. Sorry, we just saw
Okay.
Rice inverse. What more is there? What more is there even to see?
Well, I think Cyger might feel a bit warmed up after this one. I don't know.
I mean, for sure, they have to be warmed up at this point.
I was wondering if Cyger was gonna hit 50% accuracy, but I don't think that's happening.
Oh my goodness, it's still going.
Yeah,
More
okay, so
Rice inverse. Why does it just doesn't stop?
yeah.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
what is this SV? What is this SV? Nice. And just like that, we're done with warm-ups. Can we please just proceed with the picks and bans here? Oh my goodness.
Okay, just short of 10,000 misses for anhnhatbui.
Okay, so let's see what the roles and bans and protects, whatever it is. Hmm. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to take a look at statistics again.
As far as I know, I think anhnhatbui is leaning more towards the rise, and cyger perhaps long notes. That's like the general feeling I'm getting. But also cyger being quite well rounded too. So
Yeah, Cider has a lower average, a slightly lower average compared to anhnhatbui. So when I'm looking at the statistics right now, I'm actually not sure because there are some charts where Cyger has better rise scores than anhnhatbui, while anhnhatbui, I don't know. I'm looking at the statistics right now, and it's a bit blurry to me on what advantages anhnhatbui has, because Cyger has been performing better overall.
yeah, like I think both of them are able to put out really great performances, but like I think both might be susceptible to like choking and whatnot. So I'm not sure. Like anhnhatbui top scored the tiebreaker in no, not quarterfinals, round of 16. I'm pretty sure. So
Hmm.
and
Okay,
getting a really good score on the Rise 6. So very good stamina player as far as I'm seeing.
so Cyger bans Hybrid 1. I'm looking at Hybrid 1 right now, and I'm not sure why that was Cyger's ban, because anhnhatbui has one of the lowest scores in this chart. So I don't think that's a good ban from Cyger. While oh wait, yeah, okay, anhnhatbui bans Rise 7, which is fair, I guess, just because of how long it is. Maybe anhnhatbui is trying to that's a good ban. Just looking at the reaction of Cyger, I think that's a. I think anhnhatbui is trying to save up stamina or something like that. So that's a good ban from anhnhatbui. So now anhnhatbui picking LM4, huh? So we're talking a bit of LM coordination, accuracy, and all that. Again, I'm still unsure if this is a good pick because Cyger is pretty good when it comes to LM accuracy.
Yeah, I mean they seem to be really consistent. Just sort of like I'm not sure in the consistency department, but when they do hit notes, they really manage to put the accuracy up. So yeah, I'm not quite sure how anhnhatbui will contend, but our love is definitely quite a chaotic map. I guess we'll just get into it very soon.
Let's just get into it. So now I'm so curious to see how these two players will perform. I think Cyger could have. I just think Cyger could definitely have a chance, just because I think this is a pick that favors Cyger a bit more. Because I'm looking at the statistics once again, and Cyger has performed better than anhnhatbui overall. So I am really unsure what to feel about this choice.
Yeah, like in the bracket stages, it seems that the cyger is putting up with like accuracy maps quite a bit better than anhnhatbui. So I still think they're quite close in physicality. If I had to guess.
Fair
Get
enough.
started.
Right, here we go.
one of the shortest maps in the map pool, at least in the event pool.
Alright, so here we go. As time passes on, I'm still unsure what to feel because we're looking at all of these complicated in a way element patterns just because of the anchors and all that. And cyger has been more consistent when it comes to hitting them. So that's why I'm starting to feel like this isn't the best pick, but starting to get closer. Both players are starting to feel the challenge that's brought on to these long node patterns.
Yeah, I mean, it seems that every time cyger drops a few 200s, like anhnhatbui just follows and just always stays slightly behind. But the accuracies are closing up here halfway through the map. The score only sitting at a 1000 points of difference.
Alright, so now time is going on, and I'm seeing potential for a comeback from anhnhatbui, just because there's been opportunities where cyger has been finding drops of their own, especially when the Ellens are a bit challenging, a bit more challenging than usual. Like in here, I'm expecting some grades to be dropped, and oh, just like that, cyger is starting to show some signs of instability on their UR, and just like that, anhnhatbui regains the lead. But this is not safe. Cyger's catching up very fast, but more grades are being dropped. I think that's it. I think anhnhatbui takes the first point.
It was so close there in the ending. I was so... it was just flickering, but yeah, anhnhatbui taking it by 2,700 points.
17 grades and 100. That spelled the difference here. Cyger had the better ratio. So it was really clear that there was a good chance Cyger was going to take it. But those 200s kind of ruined the chances of Cyger for that point. I didn't think it was a good pick just because I was looking at the statistics and it seemed like Cyger was just the better player overall. But looks like anhnhatbui saw something that we probably didn't. It's just like that takes the first point of the match.
Yeah, and I'm curious to see now that anhnhatbui is a point on the board. Okay, when we go straight into Rise 2. This is quite an interesting map out of the Rise pool. I don't know exactly what you'd call it, just kind of mixed Rise types in one map.
I mean, this is indeed mixed rice in a sense, but I would call it more of an awkward jump stream chart. I say mixed in the sense because of the technicality the difficult jump streams give, but it's still overall a jump stream chart. It's just, or not really jump stream, maybe streams, but it's just a very awkward chart in general, at least from how I've seen it.
Yeah, I think the chart, I mean, it starts off relatively simple, of course, with some weird client stuff happening. Starts with some weird rhythms, but it progresses towards the ending all the way through the map, so yeah, it just gets harder and harder here.
Very much so. There is very little room for error. Seems like anhnhatbui is struggling to read these patterns. If not read, then maybe struggling to act them. But to be fair, these patterns are very difficult to execute. They're not as intuitive as you think, and they will really make your wrists very unstable. So the accuracy from anhnhatbui makes a lot of sense. But this is bad news, especially if you're up against someone like Cyger, who is adept to patterns like this at this stage.
Cyger just being able to put out incredible scores, just sort of keeping the accuracy high. And if anhnhatbui isn't able to keep their accuracy high in response to that, then we're just gonna see the lead grow, and it's already at 5,000 just on that accuracy.
5,000 lead from just accuracy is insanely good, because that just means you'll have to rely on Cyger finding any drops And just because of that accuracy, there isn't really that many opportunities for that to happen. But here's the thing though, just because of how awkward this break section can be, if you can even call it that, I can see any misses happening from either player. And now this is part can make players really nervous if you're not careful. I'm noticing a break, but anhnhatbui finds a drop. Yeah, that's massive. Cyger gets a buffer. Even if they miss once, it's still not gonna go. And now make it twice. That's gonna be massive. But this pattern is extremely hard to hit as well. So I can see why those misses happen.
Yeah, and the only opportunity for anhnhatbui to come back into it is the door has now more or less closed unless cyger just misses massively, but I think their consistency is just looking really good here. Coming
Yeah,
into
that
this difficult
consistency,
quarter.
that consistency is huge, and absolutely what Cyger has to do. Gotta hold on. This part has a very low miss rate in comparison to the rest. Never mind. The moment I said that. But I'm just saying, this part is easier compared to the technicality that we saw a while ago. That's why I said that. But now, Cyger is on the driver's seat and has potential to just take it. More misses from anhnhatbui, and that will do it. Cyger takes the victory. 1-1 now.
Yeah, really well picked from cyger, responding to the first LN map, putting the lead up to 35,000 by the ending. And a really nice FC to close that out.
That's a very solid performance there from Cyger. Indeed, that full combo was very essential, and accuracy advantage as well. So anhnhatbui gets to choose, and even if they choose on LN, I don't think it's going to be a safe pick. The lead that Cyger has against anhnhatbui on LN is much bigger, which is why I think the picks here could be more dangerous for anhnhatbui.
I definitely think anhnhatbui will have to rely, like they'll just have to throw getting an accuracy lead out of the window because cyger is just insane at accuracy in every department. So just relying on the misses here, it's gonna be the name of the game, I think. And Chinese restaurant. Oh my god. This is in the pool.
Yep, yep, it is indeed in the pool. Honestly, I can't wait to see this one. I understand why anhnhatbui will choose this, but at the same time, the accuracy advantage for Cyger I think is a bit higher. But I think anhnhatbui will have to depend on their consistency against Cyger here.
And going into yet another quite short map, so yeah, it's an interesting dynamic so far.
Fair enough.
You can just see here on this OD8 hybrid. Classic hybrid.
It is indeed a hybrid. A very classic one. Reminds me of when I was still grinding LNs early on. But hey, it makes sense that this is in a tournament like this though. As I said a while ago, the accuracy for Cyger. Oh, never mind. Seems like Cyger released one of the long notes a bit earlier than usual, but so will anhnhatbui. Look at that unstable rate, and that's bad news. Because the more this goes on, they're both just gonna keep on trading. Oh, and as I say that, Cyger finds a drop.
Yeah, I thought we could just see anhnhatbui bleeding accuracy across the map, but cyger with the early drop is actually gonna give quite a large advantage to anhnhatbui. But cyger keeping the accuracy quite well here, so the lead won't grow exponentially.
Yeah, it's not gonna grow even more, especially if Cyger increases its accuracy. But you'll have to hope that anhnhatbui finds a drop. Well, the mini jacks are there, but that's not gonna be a massive time for them to choke just because they aren't the most difficult patterns. And if Cyger keeps on dropping that accuracy, it's not gonna help anything at all. It'll just make anhnhatbui's lead bigger.
Yeah, now that anhnhatbui has caught up in the accuracy department,
Oh, but that miss happened. As you say that, that's a massive miss. and that's gonna give the lead to cyger. These split drills are difficult to act, so it makes a lot of sense that some difficulties happen. And now, I think that could do it. But yeah, just like that,
Oh
another
yeah.
miss from anhnhatbui. That is massive. Yeah, cyger is in the driver's seat again and has the opportunity to take a 2-1 lead and their own pick as well. That's a massive breakpoint for cyger right here.
Yeah, absolutely. Seeing the advantage that Cyger has on their own respective picks, and then getting a point on anhnhatbui's pick, yeah, this is gonna be a massive point for Cyger here. And what they'll pick into next, what will that be?
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, anhnhatbui had the better act, but yeah, those two misses were too much. I think okay, Rice for yeah makes a lot of sense for Cyger to choose. I understand why Cyger would go for the Rice picks. Just basing it off of how the previous pick went, it makes a lot of sense why Cyger would go for this.
Yeah, I think that first Rice pick really gave them a lot of information on how to pick for the rest of the match, really. So, and I don't think Cyger is gonna be super scared to potential. Well, I don't think they're gonna pick into LN, but maybe not as scared as they maybe initially thought. But yeah, the worst.
Fair enough. It's a 3-minute chart, so I'm expecting Cyger to probably use that aspect, like the length, just to try and see if anhnhatbui will what do you call this again? If anhnhatbui will find any difficulties in keeping that consistency.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this is gonna go similarly to Viscracked, or it's gonna be a different story. So it's probably one of the more similar maps to Viscracked in the pool. Like after Rice picks, I'd say.
Right, here we go. So,
Oh,
okay, the fact that
uh,
anhnhatbui is finding those misses on the earlier like tech patterns, earlier streams, just sets the tone for how the rest of this chart could go. And that's why I'm very concerned with how anhnhatbui will perform. This is a great pick overall from Cyger, and just really being able to read through the room, seeing what potential weakness their opponent can have, just leading them to have the 6,000 point lead, which I think could grow even more if anhnhatbui cannot keep this consistency.
yeah, Cyger just getting to garner a ton of points with that 400 combo cap, while Anhnhatbui, even behind in the accuracy department, will have a hard time catching up in the beginning of the map here.
Fair enough, but that time isn't really going to be friendly to anhnhatbui. But Cyger has, I think Cyger missed once, so the fact that it happened, anhnhatbui shouldn't exactly lose that hope just yet, and have to perform as best as they can, hoping that Cyger finds a drop.
It's gonna be all about the drops, indeed. Catching up to Cyger on Rice picks like this is gonna be insanely difficult, so we'll get into a sort of break section here. I think the latter half here is a bit more physical, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I'm sure it is physical as well. Yeah, those jump
Oh yeah,
drills, and honestly, drills in general, they are pretty physical. With all of these streams coming into place, it probably helps Cyger's case even more. I mean, if you were to look at the unstable rate, Cyger is hitting a bit later than usual, so fatigue's starting to kick in. But I mean, there is a lead, 7,000 points, and that's with one miss. So even if Cyger drops once, as long as it's a clean miss, this could still stay on Cyger's side.
yeah, it's mostly been staying consistent in the sort of 6-7,000 point range as anhnhatbui has managed to build a decent amount of accuracy from that miss. Getting into this very bursty bit in the ending here. Will we see any drops?
Alright. Yeah, time is sort of running out, and even though cyger has dropped a bit of that accuracy, the full combo is more than enough to just take this point off of anhnhatbui, as now cyger enjoys a 3-1 lead. Yeah, the accuracy in terms of ratio, Cyger had it better to 100 counts, though anhnhatbui was better. So if a full combo happened, I think Cyger still wins this ever so slightly. But now anhnhatbui has the chance to pick and hopefully get onto the board once again.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what anhnhatbui will want to pick into right now. Like picking from the hybrid pool or the Ellen pool. Yeah, if I was in their position, I would be very, very conflicted. Because it seems that Cyger has a really good consistency on, like, really just a lot of types of maps.
Fair enough. Yeah, I think anhnhatbui. I don't think. I mean, hybrid 3. I don't think is the answer. Maybe Ellen 1 or Ellen 4. I'd guess Ellen 4. Because Ellen 1, sorry, Ellen 3 rather. I guess Ellen 1 is a bit long. So maybe anhnhatbui wants to avoid long charts. I'll guess Ellen 3, yeah.
Yeah, Ellen 3, the classic M2U Ellen map. I'd love to see that. And
Let's see, what will they choose?
Ellen 2? Or
Ellen, okay. I'm not sure what to feel about this, just because, again, this is a pretty long chart, and seems like Cyger is a bit consistent on those kinds of picks.
yeah, like combo breaks on long note release or coordination, whatever you wanna call it, it's gonna hurt a lot more on your usual type of map, so it's a bit of a gamble, but if anhnhatbui can take it, then that's a really valuable point in this point in the match.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I think this is a good pick for anhnhatbui if Cyger isn't happy with it, just because yeah, morale's a big. Oh, but it's a sight read. Okay, now I don't know what to feel about this.
Okay. Yeah, okay, that makes things just a slight bit scarier for anhnhatbui. I guess we'll just see what happens. And this is a OD8 LN map, so which is the highest OD in any LN map in the bracket stage so far. Very hard to act this.
Let's see though.
Oh. Seeing some struggle.
I mean, think about it. This might be the case, but if anhnhatbui can increase its accuracy and hope, because the problem here has just been seems to be that it's the total opposite of what I was about to say. A while ago, the problem was anhnhatbui is a bit consistent, but Cyger has been able to act better. Now it's the total opposite, where Cyger is very consistent and anhnhatbui cannot accurately release or hit these LNs. And that's gonna be a major problem because this chart is full of patterns with difficult LNs.
Yeah, the lead creeping up to 11,000 at this point in map 1/3 through. It's looking quite scary. But again, like if you drop on this type of LN map, that's gonna be such a huge advantage for the other player. So it could change in an instant.
And even though anhnhatbui has increased it, there are gonna be more patterns in this chart which will be more difficult. And even if right now, if anhnhatbui can't nail these, then something tells me this is not good news at all. Especially since it's a sight read, so anhnhatbui does not know what's about to go in the next few minutes, or in the next minute of this chart.
Yeah, sight reading LN release can be, I mean, especially in tournament, like very difficult. And cyger just seems to be sort of just gaming and just keeping the score up at 99.5% accuracy.
Yeah, it's just gonna keep on going. Because again, this chart is not gonna let up any bit. As anhnhatbui, I don't like this pick at all. Like, especially the moment I saw sight read, I was thinking this was a good pick just because of how long this is. But now that I saw that anhnhatbui is sight reading this pick, I take it back. Seems like this is a pick that works for cyger after all. If you can't beat cyger on the act game, and if cyger matches you on the consistency game, it's kind of game over here because anhnhatbui won that one pick out of the misses, and if those misses didn't happen, this could have been another point for cyger. It's 4-1. A cyger enjoys a 2 breakpoint lead. That is actually really big for cyger here.
And cyger being able to peak next here and potentially secure themselves a match point. And yeah, I'm a bit worried now about anhnhatbui's position. They were looking good, like pretty good on the more density focused LNs, but yeah, not just really struggling on the accuracy department on this LN1. So now it's gonna
That's
be
gonna be
interesting.
Rice one.
Ooh.
Good pick, but it's one of those picks that, even though I think cyger on paper has the advantage, it's gonna be one of those where anhnhatbui has an opportunity to take it just because of how straightforward this is.
Yeah, because keeping up on the accuracy here, I'm expecting both players to be able to keep it quite high. So if one of the players do drop combo, I think that's gonna be the decider. So a decent opportunity for anhnhatbui to get back into the game. But again, cyger very comfortable on this type of pattern, so you see here.
All right, so right now cyger has an advantage, but this again, like what I said, this is one of those picks where I have a feeling anhnhatbui is gonna have an opportunity to catch up, just from how straightforward it is.
I mean, right out of the gate, looking a lot more comfortable on this than Rise 2 and 4, so you're actually keeping it really quite well on this more straightforward Rise.
Yeah, this is what I was saying. It's one of those picks where I think anhnhatbui has a chance to take a break point, but cyger is actually on. Oh, never mind.
Oh,
anhnhatbui finding a miss, that's gonna be massive. Cyger has the Atom consistency lead, and this lead will just keep on increasing.
yeah, that's just the consistency aspect. Once again, been a theme for this match. Cyger is just incredible at keeping the combo and keeping the accuracy going all the way through. So it's gonna make it really hard for anhnhatbui to really make a dent in their score.
Yeah, that is really true. As wow, it just keeps on going. More of these difficult jump stream patterns, but that's just not gonna affect the consistency of cyger. There is enough time for the fact that if cyger misses, it could still go to anhnhatbui, but that's not the case. Cyger is gonna be taking this point. Seems like the miss was a bit too much for anhnhatbui, and actually accuracy wise, cyger would have still taken it. That's a 5-1 advantage, and now anhnhatbui may have the pick. So it's not over yet, but it's a bad situation right now.
Yeah, it was looking like one of the better points for anhnhatbui in the beginning, but with the like, it's just gonna be impossible, especially against a great accuracy player like cyger. Getting a miss there is gonna be almost impossible to come back from. So anhnhatbui will be picking, and cyger is at the match point. This is always a very scary point in the match.
Yeah, I think anhnhatbui will choose LN3 or 2.
Oh,
Whoa! No, hybrid one's
oh,
banned, so can't pick that. You can't pick that.
oh yeah.
It's hybrid 3, and I don't think anhnhatbui wants to choose hybrid 3. Maybe LN2. But LN2, but like LNs have been cygered for LN1 at least. But hybrid 1 is banned though, so you can't pick.
Yeah. And like, if anhnhatbui side with the LN1, are they gonna side with the hybrid 3? I hope not. Because that's gonna be not a great pick.
Yeah. Okay, hybrid. Oh, okay.
Alright.
Now, I don't know what to feel about this pick.
I mean, the only thing that I'm thinking about is I'm hoping anhnhatbui did play this beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, again, a pretty short map.
It is indeed a short map. So, so this chart has some SV in it. I mean, it's the theme of hybrid priest in this entire tournament. And of course, hybrid elements, so we see minijacks here and Ellen's mix. So I understand why anhnhatbui would want to try and hopefully get this. Try to get a mix of both Ellen and Rice and see how Cyger does on that. But there's so many parts in this chart which will make anyone have difficulties on it. I'm getting nervous. Oh, just like that Cyger finds the first drop, and it's only the Ellen section. This is where I thought Cyger has a chance, but looks like Cyger is releasing a bit too late compared to anhnhatbui, who's a bit more stable on paper. This could actually be very well for anhnhatbui.
Yeah, anhnhatbui actually just sitting at 99.78. Really impressive accuracy. Really just surfing it out there. And
Yeah, okay. But the thing is, Cyger increases accuracy fast. anhnhatbui. Here we go. This is the factor. Many mini jacks here. anhnhatbui has shown to have missed more in this match compared to Cyger. So I'm really curious to see how this one goes. Last set of mini jacks coming. Oh, but is it enough? Is it enough though? There has to be an act drop from anhnhatbui. We have a bit more mini jacks coming along the way, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. Yeah, it's not enough. But if 200s are dropped in this section, maybe it could happen.
Yeah, and they will see each other's scores in that break section there, so...
Oh, okay, those 200s, but that's not enough. Clearly not. More 200s have to happen, and I think that's the last dangerous place. Just like that. 5-2, I think, unless some crazy things happen, and Cyger drops to 200, so that kind of seals the deal. Even though Cyger full combo and anhnhatbui had much stronger act.
Yeah, looking a bit scary there in the end, but yeah, the accuracy just... anhnhatbui popping off on this pick. And yeah, that'll bring it to a 5-2. With
It is true.
Cyger being able to pick next.
Okay, LN3
Oh,
for Cyger. Fair enough. Fair enough, yeah. LN3 is a great pick, especially after how LN1 went. LN3 was the only logical pick next.
yeah, Cyger is so far not picking into LN3, but yeah, as you said, like, seeing the performances in this match so far makes sense at this point to pick into LN. the classic N to U.
This chart is great for cyger, but still gotta deliver, still gotta execute it well. Because anhnhatbui has shown that they can definitely keep up for a lot of the charts. It's really only LN1 that's an outlier to that, where cyger had a massive advantage.
Yeah, and so on this pick, on the inverse, like sort of inverse type patterns, I'm not really quite sure what to expect. If we're gonna see something similar to LN1 or more similar to the hybrid picks.
So this chart is not exactly the fastest, but has a lot of release elements. As start anhnhatbui already finding a few greats. Those mini jacks are actually pretty easy to over tap in terms of misses, but hey, looks like both players are able to nail it. Those density sections are not helping anhnhatbui's case. cyger right now able to nail them. So many of those short LNs are also easily prone to 200s. But both players can nail those. It's those density sections a while ago that really made anhnhatbui drop those grades.
Yeah, on a lot of these sort of, it's not super complex, but as I said, you can just miss sudden, no, not miss, but drop 200 suddenly and just sort of bleed accuracy as you play the map. But cyger just dropping a little bit of accuracy and anhnhatbui sort of staying around that 99th blank range.
Yeah, but it's not gonna help a lot. Just because there's gonna be more of those difficult LN act patterns, which I think cyger is more adept to compared to anhnhatbui. And it's really evident because accuracy-wise, cyger is gaining, but anhnhatbui is actually starting to decrease.
No, it's looking like a similar. It's just looking like the same sort of score gap for the whole way through here on this map. cyger staying in their 99.3 here, and anhnhatbui just sort of switching between under 99 and over 99. So, and with cyger just building accuracy, it's yeah, the lead at 13,000. It's gonna be very difficult for anhnhatbui to do anything in this ending section.
Yeah, this is the part where I think cyger just has a good advantage on compared to anhnhatbui. And there isn't really much time and not much to say other than congratulations to cyger for advancing to the next um round of quarter. Wait. I'm not sure if this is winners or losers bracket. This
No, it's
is
losers.
losers bracket. So that means congratulations to cyger for going to the next round of losers bracket. And that was a great performance from both players. anhnhatbui had many chances wherein they almost had an opportunity to take a point or two, but at the end of the day, it is going to be they call this again cyger who will be taking it.
Yeah, match with a very interesting dynamic, and I think we have maps of similar or matches of similar caliber coming up
Yeah,
very
but it's
soon.
5-2 right now. And what was that again? It's Blade versus Troyer. So I'm looking at the match right now. 1 second, please. So yeah, there is another match happening. It is indeed 5-2 with Troyer having an advantage over Blade. So yeah, this happened at the same time as this match. So let's take a look at how it's going. Okay, so they're playing the Jack chart. Again, once again, TKS Troyer versus
Oh,
Blade. Can we take a look at how they're doing? Oh, it seems like it's 5-3. So
ooh,
Blade was able to take that point as Troyer is now on the pick. I'm so excited to see how that went. But actually, looking at the match history, so it seems like Troyer lost because they missed on one of them. But if they both will combo, Troyer would actually win that.
Like I'm just trying to get a visual on the on the match dynamic here.
Fair enough. Okay. So we're just waiting for Troyer to make a selection here. Alright, so I have no idea what Troyer is going to be choosing. But I guess they're taking their time.
Unsure whether or not these players are like what skill sets they're good at. So, but I'm seeing that both of the or two LN maps are banned out. So I think there's something some interesting dynamic going on here.
Okay, I'm looking at the statistics right now. So this is TKS Troyer versus Blade. So Blade, I think Blade may have a slight advantage over Troyer on Ellens, but seems like both players. Okay, so it's hybrid one, and I'm looking at the statistics for hybrids. This time around, though, huh? Weirdly enough, Blade has an advantage on Troyer on hybrid one in the previous round, so I'm not sure what Troyer is going for here.
Interesting. So we'll see if it's gonna be the same sort of same story on this somewhat higher skill cap pool. I don't think I've seen this particular map yet, so
So here we go. Fission Hybrid 1. I am so interested to see, can Troyer take the first can Troyer take this to match point? Or will Blade be able to extend this?
yeah, yeah, okay. I'm noticing these players are really good at both of them keeping a ratio quite well.
But Troyer sort of dropped a little bit over time. However, that's not the concern here. We have short LNs, which made Blade drop a few 200s. So, and that's actually a lot. That's gonna be massive. But the thing is, oh, I was about to say consistency, but seems to be that Blade finds two drops in a row, three now. Even though Troyer found one miss, that's not gonna be enough. Blade finding those misses was way too much.
Yeah, perhaps just really not being comfortable on those LN anchors. Managing to drop down to 97, and the lead is now up to a 40,000 score lead for Troyer.
No matter how it is, that's actually massive. Troyer is now in the driver's seat. It's just gonna keep on growing just from how big this accuracy lead is.
Yeah, and even a third of the map left, I think. More or less a seal deal, with another miss coming in from Blade there.
Oh my goodness, I'm starting to get a bit nervous from that ending, but seems like both players are able to nail it. And just like that, unfortunately, the start was a bit too much for Blade to even have a chance of coming back. If you can't nail those sections, and they were a bit too far behind compared to the other player, nothing can really be done. Still a great performance for Blade here. Um, like I'm looking at the MP link right now. Seems like there were some great scores here. Both players were able to utilize different kinds of charts to take points. Some of them were really close, and this could have really went either way. But ultimately, this one decided the entire match. This chart just overwhelmingly went to Troyer, and that decided it.
Yeah, I do think it's telling that Blade did manage to pick up 3 points despite such a gap in the seeds. So, very well played to Blade, but congratulations to Troyer for winning this match. And
Indeed. Right?
this is loser's bracket, I think.
Yeah, I think it is loser's
Yeah.
bracket. Let's take a look. Yeah, that's loser's bracket. So it's gonna be Fruitcake versus Troy on the next round of losers quarterfinals. This was a great. This must have been a great match to watch, and funnily enough, both players in that won their matches by 6-3. So can we look at the schedule real quick? All right, so the next match is going to be Sleepy Maddie versus Cozy Uru. I'm so excited to see how that one goes. And well, we had some great matches recently and great performances. Do you have anything else to say before we end here?
Uh, no, I don't think so. Good luck to the players.
All right, so I guess I can close it out. Thanks so much, Epsilon, for streaming. Thank you, Crossbell, for commentating with me. I'm Solos Kaels. Once again, here I am with Crossbell on the commentary booth. Signing off. See you all 3 hours from now.